All right then. So next is call by pointers, right? So before we talk about what is call by pointers, let's just discuss the pointers क्या होते हैं. What are pointers? What is a pointer? क्या होता है pointer बताओ. So pointer is a variable which is used to store the address of another, right? Yes, which is used to store the address of another variable. So meaning if I have a variable int a equal to 20. So what happens when I write int a equal to 20? Again, a location will be created in the memory. The name of location comes out to be a and it contains a value 20 inside it, right? So what happens here again? This space is allocated from the RAM, right? And somewhere inside the RAM, this variable will be taking some location. So this is your variable a, right? And if it is taking some location in the memory, it's supposed to have some address also, right? So if a contains a value address, let me say this is contained at address 1000. So what will be the address of a? The address of a is 1000, right? And how do I retrieve the address? कैसे retrieve करते हो address को? Which operator is used? Which operator is used to retrieve the address? Think about it again. Star address retrieve करता है. It's the ampersand operator, right? This is the address of operator, right? This is used to retrieve the address. So when I write ampersand a, this will give me a value 1000. That means the address of RAM where this particular variable is stored, right? Now, another scenario is I need another variable. Let me say the name of the variable is PTR, right? And I want to access this memory location, which is A, with the help of this PTR variable, right? I want to put the address of this A variable inside PTR so that I can access this particular location, which is named as A. तो उसके लिए मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? I want to write here 1000. Can I declare this PTR as a normal integer variable now? Can I write something like int PTR equal to ampersand a? क्या ये लिख सकते हैं? No, we cannot, right? Why? Because if I write this way, the PTR is treated as a normal variable, and if it is treated as a normal variable, that means it should contain an integer, right? But what do I want? I want this PTR to refer to this particular location or to refer to the address of A. So that's why this PTR should be a pointer variable. I need to create this PTR as a pointer variable. So what will I write? Instead of int PTR, I need to create a pointer. So I'll write here the return type will be, the data type will be int star PTR equal to ampersand A. Do you get my point? Right? Int star PTR equal to ampersand A. Right? So let me tell you again what will happen with this. Again, let's discuss this. ठीक है, by far I, चलो step by step करते हैं इसको. By far I have a variable a, right, which contains a value 20. This is the variable a and this contains value 20, and as we discussed, let's say the address it contains is 1000, right? Now I write the next line which says int star PTR, right? int star ptr. So when I write int star ptr, can I say another variable is created in the memory? The name of the variable is a. And what kind of variable it is? It's a pointer variable, right? So if it is a pointer, that means inside of it we can write an address. क्या अभी ये किसी को point कर रहा है? Is it pointing to any location by far? No. So I need to this variable to point to variable a, address of a. So what will I write? ptr equal to ampersand a, right? So as soon as I write this, value 1000 will be stored in ptr and it starts pointing to location of a. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. Okay. Acha, now tell me, when I talk about A, what is the value contained in A? What value is contained in A? A contains value 20, right? Yes. When I talk about ampersand A, what is the value in ampersand A? Ampersand A means 1000, right? And when I talk about PTR, what is PTR? What value is contained in PTR? Again 1000, right? So I can say ampersand A or PTR, that's the same thing, right? If I write ampersand A or PTR, that's the same thing, right? अब मुझे बताओ, if PTR is the address, how can I retrieve the value at that address? PTR means the address, which means 1000, मतलब कि ये वाली location. Now, how do I retrieve the value at this location with PTR? PTR means the address. Star PTR means the value at that address, right? Dereferencing. This means dereferencing. So star PTR will again mean 20, right? So finally, can I say if I write A or I write star PTR, that's also the same, right? PTR means the address and star PTR means the value at that address. So A and star PTR, that's the same. Is the concept of pointers clear? Shall we move forward? Bolo, any doubts to anyone or shall we move forward? बाकी जो बीच बीच में सोने चले जाते हैं, क्या किया जाए उनका? इतने आलसी हो, यस नो भी नहीं लिख सकते. चलो. Let's now talk about call by pointer. Right? When I talk about call by pointer, again, I'm talking about passing the address this time, right? This time we'll pass the address of a particular variable. So let's take the same example. I have void add, right? And then again, int main. In the main, let me declare the variables a, b, add. तो इस बार add की कॉल कैसे होगी? Can I say I need to pass ampersand a comma ampersand b because I'm passing the addresses this time? This is how the call for add will look like. Ampersand a comma ampersand b, right? So as soon as I write this thing, again, the call is transferred to add function. So what will be the definition of add? Batao. I've passed the addresses now, right? So how will I receive these addresses in a sorry add? Batao. What will be the definition? This one. This is the call to add. Ampersand a comma ampersand b. That means I'm passing the addresses. So how will the function definition of add look like? Again, void add, because I'm passing the address, so I need to retrieve it as the pointer variables, right? So int star x comma star y, right? Void int star x comma int star y. This is how you write add function. ठीक है? So cout. Now again, cout में क्या लिखोगे? Instead of x, so I'll use star x plus star y, right? So that's how the add function will look like. Yes. Again, when you talk about the declaration also changes. This time the type is int star comma int star, right? Is it clear to everyone? This time the type of the parameters is int star. So int star comma int star, and when you receive it also it's int star x comma int star y. So again, if we run this code, the first call is made to the main function, right? And when the main is called, first two variables are created, a and b, right? Let me say a contains value 10, b contains 20. Then again, add ampersand a comma ampersand b. So I need the addresses. Let me say the address of a is 2000, address of b is 4000, right? Again, when the call is made to the add, call is transferred to this call of add. अब क्या बन जाएगा? Ampersand a is copied inside x, ampersand b is copied inside y. So again, can I write this? Can I simplify this as int star x equal to ampersand a and int star y equal to ampersand b, right? So two new variables are created. One is x and one is y. So what values are contained in x and y? Again, x contains ampersand a. Ampersand a means address, that means 2000, and y contains value 4000. So x starts pointing to this location and y starts pointing to this location. तो अब मुझे बताओ, next line I have written is star x plus star y. So what is the meaning of star x? The value at location A. No, value at A. A or star x, that's the same thing. B or star y, that's the same thing. So this becomes 10 plus 20. Right? Again, yes, exactly. Okay? Now again, inside add, if I write something like star x equal to 200, so which value is updated? I have written star x equal to 200. So which value I am talking about here? Which location is updated? A is updated this time, right? So you can see very clearly star x or A, this mean the same. So here the value will be changed to 200. So again, if I talk about call by pointer or call by address, I'm making the changes to original locations with the help of pointers. Is it clear? ठीक है, इसी को implement कर लेते हैं. Let's implement this on the compiler also. Same thing. Okay. ये remove ही कर दो. Right. So now instead of A and B, I'm passing ampersand A, comma ampersand B. So when I pass it as ampersand A, comma ampersand B, I'll receive it as a pointer. So int star, comma int star. Right? अच्छा, x and y ले लेते हैं so that you're not confused with it. Right? Int star x, comma int star y. Right? So by far, again, C out. इस बार क्या हो जाएगा? Star x plus star y. Right? So when I execute this, क्या कर दिया? अच्छा, यहाँ भी चेंज करना था इन द प्रोटोटाइप int ampersand comma int ampersand. अब क्या किया? ओहो, this should be int star, sorry, है ना? Type is int star this time. Yes. So executing this, again let me insert two values, 3 and 4. So answer is 7, right? Because star x means 3 and star y means 4. हम यही चेक कर लेते हैं. As we were discussing, if I write in star x equal to 25 maybe, है ना? तो star x की value update की, right? Check it in the add, and after I've called the add, check it in the main also. So again executing it. अच्छा, यहाँ पे आना था star x, comma star y. Right? So the value is 3 and 4 originally. Sum is 7. In the add, again, because I've changed it to 25, in add also it's changed to 25. And in the main also, that means in the original copy, it is also updated to 25. Is it clear? Any doubts to anyone? सोती हुई जनता जाग जाए, please. That's another 15 minutes only left. Achha, one more thing. You have to complete first two practicals before 22. है ना? 22 तक you have to complete the first two practicals. So I've opened those two. उसको attempt कर लेना. Right? Practical number 1 and practical number 2 are now open. Check the deadlines and attempt accordingly. First one हो जाएगा. Second one, in the second practical, you'll be able to do one question for now. Second अगली class में discuss कर लेंगे. Right? The first question in the second practical is based on array. You'll be able to do it. And the second question is based on classes. So we'll discuss that in the next session. ठीक है? आज functions complete हो जाएगा. We'll be moving on to the classes by next lecture. Right? तो वो class में ही cover हो जाएगा. So please do submit these two. Right? By 23rd, you have to. I have to update your practical marks on UMS. So, okay. All right. Now coming back, the third thing which we were talking about is call by reference. although the right code is updated. Which question, Bradula? Add to numbers. Send the solution here. यहाँ पे copy कर paste करो. Yes. Next is call by reference. Right? अच्छा, अब call by reference में क्या करना है? Look at this. Let me say again, I have created a variable a equal to 20. Right? Int a equal to 20. Again, the same drill. Variable a is created in the memory with the value 20. ठीक है? Next मैंने क्या किया? The next thing I am writing is int ampersand b equal to a. Right? Look at this carefully. I have written int ampersand b equal to a. तो इससे मैंने क्या किया? When I write int ampersand and b, here I am creating another variable b which is called a reference variable. Right? Here b is the, what is the data type of b here? Can I say int ampersand? Right? So because the type is int ampersand, b is called a reference variable. And किसकी reference contain कर रहा है वो? It is containing the reference of variable a. Right? In other terms, if I say, तो ये क्या कर रहे हैं हम? Actually, I am passing the address of a to, या इस चीज को भूल जाओ. Just remember it this way. When I'm writing it in this sense, I'm providing another name to this memory location, which is b. Do you get my point? There is one location, ठीक है, जिसका एड्रेस 1000 है. The value contained in it is 20. Originally the name was a. Then I wrote another line, ठीक है, another sentence which says int ampersand b equal to a. So what I am doing, I am giving another name to this location. And what is the other name to this location? The name is b. Do you understand this point? A की लोकेशन के दो नेम्स दे दिए हैं मैंने. वन वॉज द ओरिजिनल A, and when I'm passing the reference of A to B, I'm also giving another name to this location which is B. ये बात समझ में आई सबको? Yes, please. So if I write cout A, can you tell me what will be the answer if I write cout A? cout A लिखने पे क्या आंसर आएगा? Can I say 20? Same way, if I write cout b, that will also give me an answer 20, because both of these variables are referring to this particular location in the RAM. Do you get my point? Yes, class. क्या रेफरेंस समझ में आया सबको? Yes. ठीक है. So again, the अच्छा एक और चीज, because this reference is nothing but another name for a particular memory location itself, we cannot separate these two. That means I cannot write it as int star b ampersand b and then b equal to a. No, that's wrong. As soon as I create the reference variable, I have to give the reference as well at that time itself, right? Because as I said, this is just another name to one location itself. ठीक है, तो ये लाइन एक ही बार में लिखते हैं हम. We cannot separate these two things. Clear? Okay. Now coming back to our code, right? Call by reference we need to implement the call by reference now, right? So what changes will I make? Again, void add, right? And अब मैं बताती हूँ how to write the prototype. Again, there is int main. In the main, I have created again two variables, a comma b, c in a and b, right? I'm making a call to the add function, and in the add, I'm passing the variables normally. Int a comma b. There is no change in the call in this case, right? I'm passing them normally add a comma b, right? But then again, when I'm receiving this, I want to receive them as reference. So what will be the definition? Int ampersand x comma int ampersand y. Do you understand this point? Right? So this is how I will receive this. I want to receive their reference. यही चीज करनी थी ना? On the right hand side, it's just a normal variable, but when I'm receiving it as a reference. Do you get my point? Right? So this becomes int ampersand x equal to a, int ampersand y equal to b. Right? So this is int ampersand x equal to a and int ampersand y equal to b, right? Yes, you can just operate using x and y itself. So what you will write here, this becomes cout x plus y. It is normally used as this. ठीक है, इसको normally ही हम use कर लेते हैं. Is it clear to everyone? So there is no change in the definition of and otherwise x plus y. It's normally used in x and y itself, right? So again, if I try run this code, so how it is implemented? Yeah, the first thing is, again, talking about the prototype. So what changes are made in the prototype? Again, the type of variable you're passing is int ampersand comma int ampersand. That's how you're receiving, right? So prototype would be void add int ampersand comma int ampersand. Again, come back. Talking about the main, as soon as the main starts execution, a and b, these two variables are created, right? A contains a value 10 maybe, b contains 20. Now again, add AB, call is transferred to the add function. First line implemented is int ampersand x equal to a. So what happens with this? Can you tell me? Int ampersand x equal to a. Can I say another name is given to the location a, which is x? Yeah, don't write x equal to 10, but then again, the location which has, because we can change the value later on, right? Writing x equal to 10 means you can change the location. But I'm saying this location has two names now, one is a and one is x. Right? Then again, second line, int ampersand y equal to b. So now this location, when I talk about, has two names, b and y. Do you get the point? Right? Again, cout x plus y. So x, can I say it contains 10? And y contains a value 20. So it gives me an answer as 30. Clear? So now tell me, if I make any change here, I write x equal to 4. So where is this new value updated? At A, right? So this location is updated and now it contains the value 4. right? So again, if I talk about reference, so this also makes changes at original location. This also affects the original location. That's why we call reference as internal pointer also. We call this as internal pointer also because it can operate on the original location. Is it clear? This can operate on the original location. So this is also called an internal pointer, right? That means it's the responsibility of the compiler to take X and Y to those addresses. I hope it's clear. Take a minute. Any doubt, let me know. Good. Yes, others, please. Shall we implement it on compiler then? If both are making it. Hmm. Hmm. So call by reference and call by pointer you're talking about, right? Again, is there any what happens when I talk about call by references? Again, one thing, uh, when you talk about a pointer, right? Pointer can be changed to point to different locations, right? If I write something like int star ptr equal to ampersand a, and the next I can do is ptr equal to ampersand b. That's possible with pointers, right? But with reference, this is not possible. You cannot change the reference in future. That means once you are given x, the location of a, you cannot make x to point to somewhere else, right? That's one difference. And then again, I think internally no new location is created for x and y. You're just giving two different names to same location itself. But with pointers, location will be created ptr, which will further refer to this. I think any such thing is not applicable with reference, right? Yes, so pointers can have null references, but when we are passing by reference, there is no point of null or there is no separate location. It's just referring to the same object or same place itself. Yeah, right. So that how the pointer is stored, how it is pointing to that particular location of A, that's just the responsibility of compiler, right? Do you get my point? How this X has reached to this location of A, that's the responsibility of compiler in case of reference. Is it clear now? ठीक है, बाकी ललित को भी clear हो गया? Right. So let's move on to next. Let's just implement this on the compiler also. Check कर लेते हैं ना, गलत तो नहीं बोल दिया मैंने कुछ? Right. So instead of star, this time it is int ampersand and int ampersand, right? And I'm passing these as normal variables, int a comma, sorry, add a comma b, right? This time we are passing it as normal variable itself. Then again, when you're receiving it, you want to receive the reference. So int ampersand x comma ampersand y, right? So यहाँ पे यही रहेगा. अच्छा ये मैं remove ही कर देता हूँ. Let me remove this from here. Again, if I write something like x equal to 25, तो क्या होगा? What happens in the original location? originally when you before calling the add function, if you print, this is before add, है ना? And this is after add. Okay. Now again, x equal to 25 you have changed when the add function is called. Okay, so let's just check. Okay, let me say 3 and 7, these are your values. When you enter this, before add, the value of a and b is 3 and 7. After add, you can see it changed to, or it updated to 25. Right, you changed the value of x, but it has changed the value of a also, the original location. Right, so that's all about call by reference. ठीक है, do practice this, इसको एक बार please. Yes, in the evening